Hello again, everybody. It's 2411U. And yes, I know some of my subscribers have already recently made it known to me that my actual full name is on this channel. So why do I still call myself 2411U? Well, prior to 2014, YouTube didn't make it mandatory to change names, and I preferred my last one, so I'm sticking with it. Anyway, for today's video, it's about, yeah, you guessed it, MGTOW the Flash characters. So let's get right to it. Now, the first character I believe went his own way in the TV series The Flash is Caitlin Snow's ex-fiance, Ronnie Raymond. Now, Ronnie, who was thought to be dead after the particle accelerator went off, actually survived. After the explosion, Ronnie merged with Dr. Martin Stein together into the new metahuman called Firestorm. Now, Caitlin still wanted to pursue a relationship with Ronnie, but he wanted to leave Central City because he thought it was too dangerous for him to stay. Later, he sacrificed himself to save Central City by flying into a singularity wormhole that threatened to wipe out the city. He was succeeded as the second half of Firestorm by the next MGTOW from the show I want to talk about, this guy. Now, the next MGTOW in the series I'd like to talk about is Wally West, played by the actor Keyon Lonsdale. Wally, I believe, was a character going his own way because despite putting in time into street races to help his mother Francine, Wally never used the money he made to seek women. It's unclear if on Earth 2, Wally is still going his own way, at least in the TV series, so perhaps someone else that reads the comic books can let me know if he is or not. Now moving on. The next MGTOW, or man going his own way, in the Flash I'd like to talk about is Wally's father, Joe West. Joe, despite being a single father and raising Iris, never allowed a woman to get in the way of his career as a police officer. Not even his ex-wife Francine when she tried to get back into his life. Joe, coincidentally, just like the actor that plays his same role, Jesse L. Martin, is also a middle-aged man going his own way. And now I would like to talk about Professor Martin Stein, aka the first half or 50% of Firestorm. Despite having a wife already, I believe Martin Stein went his own way because his work compelled him to do so. Stein eventually developed the layout for the Hudson Nuclear Power Plant, a safe atomic testing center. His commitment to the plant became an obsession for him that he even sacrificed his marriage for it. Despite beating his partner as well as wife Clarissa Clemens, she sued him for divorce. Stein's marital problems only spelled the beginning of problems in his life. And now I'm going to briefly discuss about General Wade Eiling, the corrupt military general that also appears in the Arrow universe and worked on the development of the world's first telepathic gorilla, Grodd. General Eiling, I believe, put his experiments and metahuman projects ahead of finding a spouse. And yes, I believe that villains can go their own way too. Eiling was a strong rival to Eobard Thawne, also known as the Reverse Flash or the Man in Yellow. Now I'd like to talk about Barry Allen's father, Henry Allen. After finally defeating the Reverse Flash for the first time and subsequently freeing his father of all the murder charges of his wife Nora Allen upon the Confession of Wells, Barry's father Henry was finally a free man once again. However, he never remarried or had a girlfriend and informed Barry that he was going to be leaving Central City so that he could focus on his duties of protecting it without being a distraction for him. It's unclear what Henry's next moves are. Now moving on to Jay Garrick. Jay Garrick, or the Flash 2 from Earth 2, I believe is a man that went his own way, but not because he wanted to. I believe Jay Garrick loved Caitlin Snow but feared for his own life from Zoom as well as what losing the Speed Force was doing to his body. It wasn't until Caitlin perfected Velocity 9 that they discovered they could revert the negative effects the loss of speed was doing to Jay. Jay, I believe, wanted to be with Caitlin, but instead of going his own way, he went Zoom's own way by being sent back to Earth 2, just before the portal that returned Barry Allen and the others back to Earth 1. And now I would like to talk about Dr. Harrison Wells from Earth 2. Harrison Wells had a daughter he was trying to rescue, who he successfully ended up rescuing in the end. However, I believe Harrison Wells went his own way because he chose not to marry or remarry, if you will, but to remain a single father. No word has been released yet on the past relationships he had with his daughter Jesse Quick's mother. Lastly, I'd like to talk about Cisco Ramon, of both Earth 1 and Earth 2. Despite being a cool character with a soft-spoken demeanor, as well as one of my favorite characters in the series, Cisco never really got lucky with the women. He'd give the metahuman women he dated cool names like the Golden Glider, the sister of Leonard Snart, also known as Captain Cold, as well as Hawkgirl, the reincarnated Egyptian priestess he met at CC Jitters, who was also working as a barista. Cisco, I believe, would have always wanted a steady girlfriend, but his work at Star Labs, as well as his vibing abilities, were just better suited for Team Flash. In short, Cisco always had muses, but his abilities and work that he did was just too important. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, subscribe to me here, and enjoy your morning, afternoon, or night, and ciao.